Will Hurricane join Manchester United? That's the big story of the day ever since yesterday night when Sky Sports broke the news that Hurricane has submitted a transfer request that he really wants to see himself not playing at a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur anymore, that he really wants to go ahead and win on trophies with another team. That's Hurricane news for you. And Bruno Fernandes wins again. As you know, that's the order of the day for him ever since he came on Manchester United. Just played close to how many games ever since he came in. He has really proved to us that he's really the big deal into this market of the Premier League. Thank you guys for watching in. It's already in here on Rokan Sports, bringing you this story of none other than Hurricane, one of the best strikers in the world as we speak right about now. It's of no doubt, no question marks onto him. He's a proven goal scorer, and this season is one of his best because he has never created chances as he has this season. Remember, in the Premier League, he's leading in the total number of goals scored, and he's leading into the assists table in there. He has scored how many goals in the Premier League? 22 goals in the Premier League, and he has close to, I think, how many assists? Close to 14, 15 assists on his name. And this season so far, Hurricane has scored 8 goals in the Europa League, 1 goal in the EFL Cup. That totals to a total of 32 goals, and he has been involved in a total of close to 15 goals this season. So it shows you how much the lad is good and how many people are really going to be after him. That is Hurricane in there for you here at Rokan Sports. But before we go into that Hurricane story, into the white bit of it, allow me to take you through the Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year award winner being revealed today, and that is none other than the Portuguese Bruno Fernandes. That is the Portuguese egg who came in at much into the season into 2020, and he came in January, I think it was 26th January, when he was signed and he first featured for Manchester United on the 1st of February 2020 as United played a team which went by the names of Wolverhampton Wanderers in there, and the game ended 0-0, but Bruno registered the most number of shots, passes, etc. And on that game, he really announced himself that is the real big deal for Manchester United in there. So that is Bruno for you, and he has won again the Sir Matt Busby Award again at Manchester United. Remember, the previous year he beat Anton Martial, and this year he has beat Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford, Edson Cavani in there, and this has been voted by the fans of Manchester United, and he is really good to go, and he is really something great for him really to see to it that he has really scooped this one. Having scooped that one, remember he missed out on the Players Award voted by the players of Manchester United the previous season, where Anton Martial scooped it, but this time around I think he's also going to scoop it, though I've seen other stories saying that players have snapped him and they really feel like Luke Shaw should take it. So I don't know what those results are going to be, but Bruno has enjoyed a remarkable season, scoring 18 in 36 Premier League starts. what a record, scoring 18 and claiming 9 goals in Europe, whereby Champions League and Europa League. That is really great for a Bruno Fernandes info for you. That puts him to 27 goals plus the free kick he scored in the FA Cup, in the FA Emirates Cup against Liverpool. Those are 28 goals a season, plus a couple of assists, 11 in the Premier League and 5 in Europe, and those are 16 assists. That means he has been involved in close to 45 goals this season. What a performance by Bruno Fernandes. For all of those that really know what it means, putting up those goals together, it shows you that Bruno is really the big lad in there. And I'm having Man United, Herbert says, we don't need Kane. All right, thank you, Man United, Herbert, for joining in. I think we are really going to go that side. And let us first get done with the Bruno story. What do you think of Bruno winning the Sir Matt Busby Award of the year 2020? I think 20. It's 20 this season. All right, this season 2020-2021. What do you think about it before we get into the Hurricane story? What do you think about it? A man who goes by names of Bruno Fernandes beating the likes of Edson Cavani's of this world. And Bruno, this is how he won. He won on 63%. Luke Shaw had 21%, Edson Cavani had 6%. So it shows you the player of the year result of Manchester United 2020-2021 season. Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United Portuguese egg, coming out to win at 63%, Luke Shaw 21%, Edson Cavani 6%. So it shows you really that he is really a good player. But the other players that we are really voted were Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, finished 4th and 5th respectively. So Bruno was the first, Luke Shaw came in 2nd, Edson Cavani came in 3rd, Mason Greenwood came in 4th, and Marcus Rashford came in 5th. That's how really it came in at Manchester United. Man United Herbert says he put stats, but since December he has been Luke Shaw deserves it for me. Alright, Man United Herbert says I think Luke Shaw deserves it for him, but to me I really think he deserves it, Bruno, because the stats really are up for him. Luke Shaw having an amazing season. I cannot really turn it out down, but I think the game of football has appreciated forwards more than defenders, especially in the game of football, because we've seen very many quality defenders into this world and not really appreciated in there. And I think for me, I really think a man who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes, for me, deserves it because of the numbers and stats that he has really put up. So to me, I really think he deserves it. I don't know what you other guys think, but Man United Herbert thinks Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw really has been appreciated too, because he has come 2nd into the vote with registering 21% of the total casted votes, with Bruno scooping 63% of the total casted votes in there. So to me, I really think Bruno deserves it. And Luke Shaw, if at all Luke Shaw was voted, it would have been a big deal for him, because he's also really a good player. He's the best fullback in Europe. He has had the best season, putting a couple of assists together. That is a man who goes by names of Bruno Fernandes for you and Luke Shaw, but Bruno really beating Luke Shaw onto this one. Anthony Martial, who was a big competitor for a man who goes by names of Bruno Fernandes the previous season, not really making it to this list again because of his crap performance this season, and that this really jets us into straight the Hurricane story that came out last night, that Hurricane wants to leave Tottenham Hotspur, and that's why we've said Hurricane transfer to Manchester United. Yes, it's really something. It's boiling up, guys. It's boiling up, because the Glazers don't feel like they really want to see to it that they feel like United is not indicated anywhere into this saga of Hurricane transfer. Anthony Martial being told that, I've read a story, by the way, that Anthony Martial would be included into a deal of Hurricane coming to Manchester United. So, to my case, I really ask myself, Hurricane earns 200,000 Tottenham Hotspur, and Anthony Martial earns 250,000. Will Tottenham Hotspur be able to pay that? I think they cannot. They cannot financially. They are not at that level of really paying such players. But when you look at Hurricane trying to come at Manchester United, I know, as any person, we would like to be having brands like Hurricane at Manchester United. That's of no doubt. Even if you are a supporter of any other team, I think any club in the world would like to have Hurricane by them, or Hurricane to be there forward. But look, the game of football has changed. It has transversed from a level of an individual player to a team. You get? Way back, it was very easy for a team to have a Zinedine Zidane and come on and win because of the influence of Zinedine Zidane. A team having a Ronaldinho could turn around things and make other players look better. But things have changed, guys. Ever since, I think, 2008, things started to change in the game of football, whereby teams are really built by a couple of teams or a couple of good players in the team. Now, coming out and telling people that Hurricane coming to United, very many people happy about it, to me, I really don't fancy it. Because it's really something that we don't need right now, because we need to put up a team at Manchester United. You saw Sir Alex Ferguson. He came out and said that in my entire career, I've only coached 4 world-class players. And who are they? Eric Cantona, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes and Cristiano Ronaldo. So, and he said, Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes, what made them world-class players is the time that they spent while playing for him at Manchester United. So that shows you that you don't need world-class players to come and win a trophy. You only need a team. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson has come out and proved before. And very many people should be knowing this, that to win a trophy, all Premier League trophy, and lift it up, you don't need world-class players. You need a team. For example, I can take you to Leicester in 2016 when they won the Premier League. Did they have a world-class player? Because a man who goes by the names of N'Golo Kante has only proved himself that he's a world-class player after playing for Chelsea, you get? But by then he wasn't a world-class player. Riyad Mahrez, being a world-class player right now, he has proved that he is at Man City, not at Leicester City where he was when Leicester really came out to win. So these are things that I really want us to note before we really start warming up and other people feeling all smiles that we are really getting Harry Kane. That is out. You shouldn't smile for this because this is not perfect for Manchester United. And I'm having manager Herbert saying we don't need Harry Kane. All right. Me too, I think we don't need Harry Kane. We don't need Kane at Manchester United for now because that's not what United needs right about now. What United needs is really to have a team that in each and every department we are really full and we are really armored to go ahead and really go and attack our enemy. So our Arsenal should be put in more fighting weapons, and more fighting weapons. Look at our defense. Look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's a right back, but he needs a cover up. You get? We should get a Kylian Trippier in there. You get? Look at the defense of Manchester United. The perfect partnership should be Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire, but Eric Bailly is an injury-prone player. He's an injury-prone player. That's when I get into Man United Herbert saying we are crying out for a DM fast and a CB and a right winger. All right, that is a DM defense, central defensive midfielder, a central defender and a right winger. Whatever happens, we can't start next season with Mark and Fred. All right, yes, you're right, because we really need to see to it that we get a central defensive midfielder, the person who is going to get that ball from the defense and move it to our forwards. Because when you look at Manchester United, most of its goals are not really coming out from the midfield, all us really being great, like creating those attacks. Freddie, good at winning the ball. I like his intensity, he's tenacious, but the problem is one. You know the problem of Freddie? He cannot pass the ball. He cannot pass the ball. He cannot pass the ball, especially. Like you see Nemanja Matic. Nemanja Matic does his thing, but he has grown up. He is the best CDM that we have at Manchester United, but he has grown. He's an old player. He cannot really come out to do the needful for Manchester United when he's really called for. So to me, I really think this is a very big call for Manchester United. These are things we should be putting together and stopping these hurricane things that he should come at Manchester United. What is he going to prove at Manchester United? When you look at the Premier League table, Manchester United's problem is not really scoring goals. For all those that really think that United's problem is scoring goals, that's not. It's well indicated on the Premier League table. When you look, United has scored most of the goals this season. The only team that has scored more goals than Manchester United is none other than Man City. It has scored 76 and United has scored 70 goals. And guess what? Where's the difference? Now, this is the difference. Which shows you that we don't need Hurricane at Manchester United now. The difference is here. Manchester United conceded 42 goals. You get? Man City conceded 29 goals. So it shows you that if at all United had conceded 29 goals this season, it would have collected close to more points than Man City. You get? Remember the game of Everton. Remember the game of Sheffield. Remember the game of Crystal Palace where we didn't know when we were supposed to win. Remember the game of Arsenal. Remember the draws that we've made with those big other teams. Yes, our problem is not goals. We've scored goals at Manchester United. Very many goals have been scored in at Manchester United players into there. But the problem of Manchester United is one. United needs a CDM. We need a central defender to partner with Harry Maguire. especially Varane or Conde, one of those, a right winger in the names of Jadon Sancho. By the way, for me, my case, even if you don't get a right winger, but these two positions are crucial, but the most crucial position at Manchester United is the central defensive midfielder. Go in for Mbesuma, go in for a Declan Rice, go in for a player like Kamavinga, still young, he has not yet been proven to me, a Wilfred Ndidi. By the way, for all of these, we really need a Premier League proven player into the central defensive midfielder. Ndidi is a Premier League proven. Declan Rice is Premier League proven. Mbesuma is Premier League proven. So if at all we can get one of those and bring him at Manchester United, because we really need a player who is going to really get that ball from the Harry Maguires and really pass it to the Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, not really like the Scott McTominay of this world. They're passing wide, they cannot really put that pass through into the midfield. Let's get the people like the Mbesumas who can really carry that ball. You see, plays alongside Paul Pogba. Mbesuma can sit in there and really do the needful of Manchester United. So to me, I really think we are not hurricane thirsty. We are not hurricane thirsty, but we are Mbesuma thirsty. We are a Declan Rice thirsty. That is, United is a central defensive midfielder thirsty. I think if at all Oli wants really to build his team and have a better team and to compete with the likes of Man City, he has really to first sign a central defensive midfielder. People are saying Freddie is really good player. He has been even recalled at the Brazil national team. Yes, Freddie is a good player, but he is a box-to-box player. He's not a CDM. A CDM is a player. Remember Michael Carrick? Those, I think, I won't take you to the Roy Keanes of this world because most of you never saw Roy Keane play, even when he retired in around 2004. 2005, most of you were not watching the game of football. A few of you were watching a game of football because I know most of you are in 20 years. Yes, but it requires you to have watched football for the past 20 years, by the way, to really know Roy Keane. But let me tell you to Michael Carrick, because Michael Carrick really played for some long time. So when you look at Michael Carrick, a player like Michael Carrick, remember, he was a CDM. He was not this energetic player. He was not this other player who was really chasing after players and grabbing them by their necks, whatever. He was this player, calm on the ball, but he could get that ball from the Rio Ferdinands, the Nemanja Vidic of this world, and he could pass it to Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, and all the people that were playing into the midfield of Manchester United. Remember Andy Herrera, he was really a good CDM. You get? He was a box-to-box player, but he could get that ball and really pass it to these other players who were playing in the midfield. So just imagine Andy Herrera playing alongside Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. Just imagine that midfield of Manchester United. How could it be? Be sincere to yourself. So Harry Kane transfer to Manchester United, to me, I really think it's something that we should put on a side. If at all the Glazers can go in and get a Declan Rice, yes, they get a Conde, they get a Sancho, then they can add on a Hurricane, then I will be okay with it. But before we get those three players, especially the central defensive midfielder and the central defender, no way, I'm saying no to people like Hurricane coming at Manchester United, because that's not the real deal that United wants. The real deal for Manchester United is a central defensive midfielder first, a central defender, a right winger, then a forward. And when you bring in Harry Kane, that means you are a Judas. You've betrayed Edson Cavani, a man who has been at Manchester United this season. He has scored goals that I've seen United really come back into certain games that we really would have lost. Scoring 9 in the Premier League, he's scoring 5 in the UEFA Europa League, scoring 1 into the EFL Cup, tallying the goals to 15. That means you have a player who can get 15 goals. If at all you bring in Anton Martial and gains back his form next season, the likes of Marcus Rashford, if at all we can get 4 players who can get us 20 goals a season, that means we are going to compete for the trophy. We have the goals with us. What we need is a defender and a central defensive midfielder in there. That's what we need at Manchester United. We don't need a Hurricane. So guys, all those that are really happy that you really need a Hurricane, I'm not happy for you. You can as well go to the comment section and leave your comment there of whether you think Hurricane is the ideal signing for Manchester United. all notes, and you can as well tell me what you think about Bruno beating Luke Shaw on the Sam Matt Busby Player of the Year at Manchester United. Thank you for watching in. It has been already in here on Rokan Sports. See you later in our next story.